Hi, I'm Adam Shiva, and in this video I'd like to talk about symptom mitigation versus structural cures. And this is a way of looking at any treatment, whether it be allopathic or natural medicine, to actually look at what its core intention is. So, as we get into it. So if someone has a cough and they're persistently coughing up a whole lot, we could get them a cough syrup, some, cough suppressant. It could be over the counter, it could be a prescription cough syrup, it could be made from wild cherry bark, a natural sort of cough syrup, but all of those would have the same intention to suppress the cough, symptom mitigation. Or maybe the reason why they're coughing is because they accidentally inhaled like a lungful of cement dust and it's clogging up their system and their system is just trying to get it out. Oh, then we want a really aggressive expectorant that we put in early before too much of that soaks in to just get them to cough up as much of what's blocking up their lungs as possible to kind of clear out that system. Then we won't have to deal with this ever again. We fixed our problem. Or maybe there's like a challenge someone has with a joint. How can we structurally fix this? Because we could symptom mitigate. We could tape it, hoping that it heals some more. We could pain suppress with a pain suppressing rub that maybe is prescription or over the counter, or with something that's more natural, like a CBD rub. But all those would be in the intention of symptom mitigation. Or we could sting the joint with stinging nettle, as I have for a challenge joint, and through stinging it until it has like raised welts every other day for 3 treatments, to see all this blood flow, lymphatic flow, and white blood cell action comes to the area, and then because there's no structural damage from the nettles, it actually goes into healing deeply this persistent joint issue that was having a hard time resolving itself. Underlyingly, this is focused on how do we make the problem go away instead of just mitigate our symptoms, just kind of like look after it so it doesn't bug me so much, and hope that as we mitigate those symptoms that something magically, or our body's own natural healing process, has it regenerate. So, another area where this has come up in my life is that I was having some challenge around my fingers. I was doing the same thing, but this finger gets stuck. And that's called trigger finger. As I looked it up, nutritional cures to trigger finger. And I found a Dr. Ellis who wrote a book called The Doctor Who Looked at Hands. And it went into how B6 was shown to totally mitigate trigger finger. Just started taking it a couple days ago, but it has made a difference. And the amount that it gets stuck and how hard it feels as it's stuck has changed a lot, even in just a couple days. So, this is to say that many of the issues that we deal with, I would say most of them, have a structural solution. Sometimes it's nutritional. I think that's often a great place to start. But also, sometimes it is muscular, or a direct way of looking at it. Physical therapy is in a way a structural solution. Instead of just taking pain meds because you have an issue, to do physical therapy, that's a more allopathic version of structural solutions. And I think that those structural solutions are available with most things, and also there's a kind of logic of where should we search for that structural solution, because what is the nature of the challenge? So, for instance, a friend was considering, hey, as you get older, you need reading glasses, right? That's an intrinsic thing. Well, is the reason why our eyes change their vision because, like glass in an old house, it slumps towards the bottom and has this fluidity where, like, a glass lens in our eye is, like, changing shape irreparably? No, that's not the issue at all. It actually is that there are muscles that make our eyeballs able to focus, and they slowly get less toned over time. Oh, then the solution, as I see it, is something like eye yoga, or what's called the Bates method, that's actually focused on strengthening our eye muscles to maintain the tone and elasticity of our eye's focus capacity over a greater period of time. So I'd love to talk about these later. If you're curious about any particular solution, or anything else I might talk about, comment below. I'd love it if you shared this with a friend, and if you'd subscribe, that'd be great too. Thanks so much for listening to me, and I hope you have a great day.